caterpillar is inside it. And then it hatches into this moth and comes out.
Well, that there is shaking.
Which one?
That one that you were just shaking.
Yes.
Oh, you're one of the chrysalises is shaking.
Yeah.
Why are the chrysalises shaking?
Because it's hatching.
It's wiggling. It might be ready to hatch.
The other butterfly that we often see is that one. That's the red admiral.
The red admiral, yeah. I mean, I grew up calling the small tortoiseshell the red admiral. I think a lot of people still do. Yeah. But that's the butterfly that if you've got a buddleia bush in your garden, you will have that in late summer in profusion. With a few rarities as well. In this case here, we've got some of the fritillaries. And we've got the high brown fritillary here.
That's the hardest word in the world to say, I think.
Fritillary.
The high brown.
Yes, the high brown fritillary. Not easy. But that's a butterfly that is suffering quite badly. With the changes in management of woodlands, the woods aren't being coppiced as much. You don't get the violets that the caterpillar needs to feed on.
Has Yorkshire got some quite rare butterflies then?
Not really, no. It's too cold. Too far north. The further south, the more species. England only has 52 species of butterfly. But in Yorkshire, maybe about 12.
So a butterfly that lives in Yorkshire may have flown here all the way from Spain.
The painted ladies and the red admirals breed on the Mediterranean coast of Africa and migrate. They've been as far as Greenland. I'm going to show you a dead moth.
Oh,
Now, what can you see about it? That whitish mark with two black dots. What does it look like?
It looks like an eye. It looks like a bee. Looks like a skull.
Looks like a skull. This is a hawk moth. And because of that mark, it looks like a skeleton's head. So they call it the Death's Head Hawk Moth.
It's a scary name, that, isn't it?
It's a scary name.
Death's Head Hawk Moth.
It's not scary.
And these vicars in the wide-brimmed hats that used to go hunting in Victorian times.
There are quite a few reverends in the notes and books about these. Yeah.
I mean, you can picture them, can't you, with the big nets and their hats on. I mean, if they went to one special field, they could wipe out almost an entire species.
Yeah, I mean, there are some records of, say, with the large blue butterfly, when new populations were discovered, they were almost made extinct by collectors taking them and selling them on, and making quite a good living out of it.
Can't you see any chrysalis?
Yeah.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
You are a bit of a maverick, it's fair to say. You run that butterfly house on your own. But there will come a time when you will have to retire. Are you training anybody up to take over from you?
There's nobody. Nobody interested enough. So, if for some unknown reason, health reasons, I have to stop, the butterfly house will close.
11, 12.
Have you noticed any interest from any of those children who you're showing round all the time?
They all have an interest on the day. And what I need is for somebody, when they get into the teens, to retain that interest.
How do they stick it and wrap it round?
The caterpillar makes silk. Only one. It's made it worthwhile.
What is it about butterflies then for you? What's so special about them?
I think they're just fantastic. I mean, you mentioned the fragility of them. I mean, they are just stunning. When you're walking around and you find a field full of blue butterflies, it's like little pieces of sky flying around, you know, and throughout history people have been obsessed with them. The Greeks thought they were the souls of dead warriors rising up to heaven from the battlefield. They are just really fantastic.
What are the ingredients that make up the recipe of your Yorkshire?
It's different from anywhere else. There's nowhere else like it. I've lived in Devon and Somerset.